Oh my word. Look at this. Look at this. Unreal. Hey everyone, Preston from Way Back Attack here, and it is time for another Way Back Attack adventure. Now, I'm in my basement arcade, but it wasn't too long ago that I was down in Atlanta checking out Toylanta, the annual toy convention. And it had so much fun stuff, so many cool toys, so much to do, so much to see, and so much to buy. But stick around to the end of the video so you can see what Brian and I picked up. But until then, I wanted to give you a video tour of what I saw at Toylanta. I hope you guys enjoy. Peace. What you doing over there?
I am just finishing up a holster.
So you do custom clothing?
Custom holsters.
Oh, okay.
wondering, it starts on G.
But it's not in the key of G.
It's not the key of G, but it does start on G.
This show's going over like a NECA release.
So I thought I'd come back on here and do a little voiceover about what all I saw at Toylanta. As you can see, they have everything under the sun as far as toys go. They got some real rarities here, like at this booth you can see a lot of Starcom figures still in the packaging, Dungeons and Dragons figures, and even Bionic 6 figures. How often do you see Bionic 6 figures still mint on the card? Pretty cool stuff. You've got your standard fare too. You've got your Masters of the Universe, you've got Star Wars, you've got Star Trek, pretty much everything you can think of. A lot of really cool rarities. I was actually there for the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, hosting the retro gaming room. So you can see we had a lot of the classics across a lot of different types of systems, including this TurboGrafx 16. But you could play Super Mario Kart Double Dash, you could play Tetris. There was a lot of things to do that weren't just looking and buying toys. They had dioramas on display. You could look at a lot of the artistry and craft behind setting up some of these displays, almost in a museum setting. Here's one, of course, from Star Wars. But they also had one on the floor that was World War II themed, with a lot of the 12-inch G.I. Joe style action figures there, made to look really realistic. In past years, they had a giant tentacled aquatic beast terrorizing a city that took up like half the floor of this one level. It was really cool, really intricate, a lot of artistry here. You never really know what you'll see. In addition to this, they had just a variety of displays all throughout. So they had a display area, but they also had some that you could find in the individual rooms. I'm not sure if this is custom or not, but just another instance of some exciting stuff to see on display that's a little different than just shopping for toys. So really happy that those folks brought that. They had a maker room in the basement, so if you were into building those dioramas or doing some more arts and crafts around customizing figures or just having fun doing something different, they had 3D printing, they had vacuum forming, they had painting. Here they had model building using foam insulation. So pretty much everything under the sun to keep you busy and occupied here at the convention. A lot of variety, a lot of fun, and not just toys. Like this panel here, they had panel programming throughout the weekend. They had a lot of music acts going on. never know what you'll see, including like some guy dressed up in a blue gorilla suit singing, playing ukulele or or whatever. Is pretty funny stuff. This is something I haven't seen actually. It was kit bashing. Figures they sell purposefully to kit bash and customize your own characters. So you buy a figure, you get some additional items, custom heads, whatever, or you just mix and match, and you're able to make your own custom creations like these folks here. A lot of really cool artistry and ingenuity going on to make these. This is one of my favorites. It's a Masters of the Universe Eternia little scale model with some really cool custom figures. Check out that trap jaw and that awesome snake. Here's some more custom Masters of the Universe figures. You can see Scareglow there. I don't know who that guy is. And I don't know what those folks are. Oh, there's Spawn, is it? That's awesome. This was really cool. One of my favorites, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'd never seen these before. I don't know that you can just buy these at Target or whatever. You have to make them yourselves. But overall, it's a great toy show. A lot of stuff to see, a lot of stuff to do. And if you're a fan of toys, you'll love Toylanta. So I'm going to throw it back to the studio now and give our report out. Hey everyone, we're back in the studio. I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough tour of Toylanta. But I wanted to bring it back so you could see what we gathered and what we added to our collections from that fine show. So, Brian, why don't you kick it off, because I got way more than you.
Okay. So, I went to the show with full intent of buying a My Pet Monster, because last year at the show, this guy had one. It was way too much money.
Right.
It was more than it was on eBay. And I was just like, I can't buy this. This year I was like, I don't care. I am buying that My Pet Monster, because surely he hasn't sold it. Well, he must have, even though he still had like some of the same stuff in that booth that he had last year.
Oh, so you found the exact vendor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He still had, last year we were there and we had a bunch of board games and stuff that we were selling and that kind of thing. And Patrick had that Snicked. Yeah. And he still had that, because that, like, Patrick was like, oh, this is worth a lot of money because that guy had it for a lot of money. Well, he still has that board game. So, but yeah, so there were people that had My Pet Monsters, but it was the remake that came out. And I don't know why you would remake that toy and not make it look identical. Boggles my mind.
Wow. Well, they remade Teddy Ruxpin, and he doesn't look identical.
Yeah,
either,
that's true. And
so.
someone had the remake of that
trying
too.
To get it fresh.
I guess. Well, but that the new Teddy Ruxpin is like, it has like screens for eyes and stuff too. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but that's different. That's like new. Like, anyways.
So you didn't find him?
No. I almost did buy a Teddy Ruxpin to go with Grumby, but I gave away my Teddy Ruxpin to somebody, and I feel like I could probably get it back from them, because they're kids old now. So, but anyways, so I the things I snagged for myself. I saw at a booth they had this they had the whole line of these Madball remakes of the slasher horror movie characters of Freddy and Jason and Leatherface and Michael Myers and stuff like that. So I got the Freddy Krueger one because that's really the only one that I cared about. And since they're not old, I was just like, well, it's still cool because I have other Madballs, right? You can go with those. But man, this Donkey Kong is amazing.
I love it.
And I'm fairly certain that I had this same Donkey Kong when I was a kid. Like I would say like 90% positive that I did.
You didn't just imprint it.
No,
False memory.
It is possible. But like I loved Donkey Kong when I was a kid, so it makes sense that I would have had this. The only thing that's weird about it, that the only reason I think I may not have had it was because this came out in 82 and I would have been 1. So I wouldn't have been into Donkey Kong at the time. So I don't know.
Maybe you got it passed down or picked up at a Goodwill. You don't know.
Oh, you know what? I could see that.
I just saw this in the National Video Game Museum. I thought of you.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're like, I bet it was garbage compared to mine. But so these are the two things that I bought personally for myself. And then, I bought some stuff for the booth, Marvel Comics. We were talking about this at the show.
Yeah. If this is your first video, we own an antiques booth in Dahlonega, Georgia. You should check it out. Wayback Collectibles.
Yeah. And, but we were talking about it at the show, and, for as big as DC is, Marvel always sells so much better than DC.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime that I have a chance to get a decent deal on Marvel comics, I always make sure that I buy it. So, there was a guy there that had, there was a couple comic vendors, but there was a guy that had a pretty good deal on Marvel stuff. And so
I sent you his way.
Yes.
Because I found these Master of Kung Fu comics for $1, and those will sell really well in the booth. And I had gotten too much other stuff, so I said, Brian, go have fun, go get some more.
Yeah. So I bought all the other decent comics that he had for the $1.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, a ton of Daredevil stuff. And some of the older Marvel Comics groups of the Daredevils, a lot of Spider-Man. People love the Spider-Man. Spider-Man was the best.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was my jam when I was a
You had some great pickups. A lot of those will all sell. You'll more than double your money with that.
Yep. And then I also got trading cards are a good thing to put up at the booth. I have dabbled in some other things, like I bought some new old stock slammers, thinking, oh yeah, this is a no-brainer, because I still have like my old Pogs and stuff like that over here, but yeah, no one has bought any of those, and they've been up there for almost a year. So
well, people like trading cards
people
for $1
love
or
trading
$2.
cards, and I like trading cards too. I have a couple of the ones from when I was younger, and so I'm going to throw over this open pack that I have here, and with my collection. You got some different. These are Spawn trading cards from the movie. So I got Spawn, I got a Star Trek 1994 edition, was it Master Series, I think, set, a box here, and then I was told that this really wasn't worth anything, but it's a Star Trek Deep Space Nine, so if this doesn't sell, I don't mind keeping it, because I actually love Deep Space Nine when I was younger.
It's a great show. So yeah, that's a really great collection, and like Brian said, because we're always on the hunt for deals, not everything we buy is for us. A lot of it is just to flip. And with that, I think you can maybe see that I actually found a whole bunch of Toy Biz action figures. There we go. They're in focus. So these are the Marvel superheroes. You've got Cyclops and Thing and Black Tom. You got Mandarin over here. And then I got... the Human Torch, and he still works. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. That's awesome. So I got all those, and then I also, same dealer, had a whole bunch of these carded Star Trek figures, which they're not super duper collectible, but Star Trek's a big property.
Yep.
They sell, and I actually collected these when I was a kid. I sold all of those, but I got all of these, and I'm saying I got stacks of the Star Trek figures. And those Toy Biz figures, I got all of those for $30. So I'm going to probably at least double my money on that. I'm really happy with that. You talked about the getting something for yourself, and I did that. I forgot to bring them here, but I actually got 3 records. And it's funny, when I go to the toy show, the things that I always are able to find good deals on are things that aren't toys.
Yeah.
So comic books, records, trading cards. I guess it's just because it's not their like main area of expertise.
Right.
And so it gets just mixed in with collectibles, and they don't know what it's worth, or they don't care what it's worth, and you can get some good deals. So I got some really good R&B stuff. I got like the Ohio Players and Billy Ocean and some other really cool groups for like $3 a piece. But I went all in, and I got 2 Joes to add to my collection that were carded. So I've got the Hydra Viper and Night Viper from 1988, original This American Hero series, Real American Hero series. Won't tell you how much I spent on those, but those are going in the personal collection. Or rather, they may go in the booth, but as a set at a price to where they probably won't sell and maybe just be eye candy. But if they sold, I'd be okay with it. But maybe not the best thing that I got, but the best deal I found were this box. It was sealed. I've opened it because I wanted to look through the cards. I got this box of Yo MTV Raps trading cards and this box of Cyndi Lauper trading cards from Topps from 1985. These were all full and sealed, and I got those for $5 each. Now, the Yo MTV Raps cards I'll probably put in to the booth, but the Cyndi Lauper cards, they may have to stay on Preston's shelf in the game room because they're just too cool. But, Brian, I thought that you and I might open some Yo MTV Raps cards real quick.
Nice.
And see if we pull an MC Hammer rookie.
All right. Now, I will say, if you watch the show, you know, sometimes we eat or drink disgusting things. And
what? First card in the pack, the Holy Grail, MC Hammer. You can't touch this.
I think that you should open one of these Cyndi Lauper packs and chew the bubblegum that's in it. Oh, I got an MC Hammer too.
What are the odds? It's
different
Rain and Hammer.
Different cards though.
All this fun was thanks to the Toylanta folks. We had a great time exhibiting our booth for Southern Fried Gaming Expo, sharing some retro gaming fun, having some great toy pickups. Brian, what'd you think of the show?
You know, this is my second year going. I had a great time. You know, it's hard to find a deal on toys.
It is.
It is also amazing to me that some of these booths on like the side or the back where the people manning the booth cannot see it. That like there's one booth that had like turtle toys that were like $100 a piece and they can't even see them.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trust. I don't know if I would have that kind of trust at a show, but you know, I feel like this year was bigger than it was last year, obviously. COVID stuff. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great time.
Yeah. Like Brian said, the deals are hard to find, but they're there if you know where to look and if you're willing to dig, just like we were able to find a few here and there. So if you're ever in Atlanta, I think the next show is in March. Check out Toylanta, and hopefully we'll see you there.